What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're enjoying your Thanksgiving week. I am at the St. Regis in Puerto Rico. From the looks of it, it looks like it's completely dead here, but this place is actually packed. It's just that the place is massive and spread out, so people are everywhere. Right there are the new residences that they're building, and as you can see, all the buildings are on the smaller side, 2 to 4 stories. But this place, huge golf course, a lot to do, a lot of land here, a lot going on the property. Anyway, so I wanted to kind of try to figure out what video I should make, and the video I'm going to make today is going to kind of give my journey to lead gen business. So many people are kind of, I guess you could say, confused on the lead gen business. That's really windy, so hopefully you can hear me. But back in 2011, I learned about the lead gen business, and it intrigued me right away because it was the concept of generating leads and just monetizing them. At first, I started selling the leads. So once I started getting into the business, what I did was I brokered leads. So in 2011, I learned about the business. I love the idea of it. I'm like, I could do that. So in 2013 is when I actually started doing it, and I started flipping leads. So that means I found a lead buyer and I found a lead seller, and I just brokered the deal. So let's just say I may have bought business loan leads for back in the day, like for $30, and I sold them for $50. I made $20 profit. That was great. I'm not saying you're always going to make $20 profit. On a $30 lead, you can sell a lead for $5 and sell it for $8. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the industry that you're in and how much you can sell a lead for, and of course the type of lead. But when I first started, it was all about just brokering the leads. So it was great. I had zero risk. I was getting paid up front for all of my deals. I made my profit. Life was good. Then I said to myself, well, how do I make more money? I was probably doing about 20 grand a month at the time, just brokering leads. And I said, how do I make more money? And because at the time, my biggest vertical was business loans, I said to myself, you know what, let me try to actually do the deals. Let me actually go and broker a loan. So I started doing that. I was doing pretty well, 20 to 30 grand a month, but I said, this is a lot of work, man. I'm chasing leads. This kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Maybe lead brokering is the better way for me to go because I didn't have to do anything. I just had to sell it, and that was it. Now, I changed it up, and I said, let me sell the leads. So instead of just brokering them, let me go generate them and sell them. So I started doing that. October 2014, I did that, my first Facebook ad, and I was generating leads at the time for $18, and I was selling them for $60. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing, right? Hit the jackpot. By the time December came, I was doing 6 figures a month, right? Over 100 grand in a month. So it took me 2 months from the time that I ran my first Facebook ad to doing 6 figures. It's like, all right, this is pretty good. Going into 2015, I did about 1.57 million in revenue, just generating business loan leads and selling them. That was it. That's all I did. 2016, I did about 1.6 million, I think, or I actually forget the numbers. I think it was 1.62. 2017, I did over 2 million. And I was just on easy street. I wasn't trying to really grow the business. I was doing whatever I was doing. It was working. I was kind of just maintaining it. I was on easy street for a while. 2017, to be honest, I started getting a little bored. I was like, all right, been doing this for 2.5 years. I'm not saying that everything worked every day. There was no problems. Of course, I ran into issues here and there. You gotta maintain your business and any issues that arise, get past it. But what happened was, 2017, I said to myself, I'm generating all these leads. Most of them aren't even a business, right? Meaning like they're a startup, they don't even have revenue, or maybe they're just an idea. And so what I said to myself was like, you know what? How do I make more money with these leads? So I thought, why don't I sell something? Like, why don't I create some sort of service and sell it to these leads? So I created my first course in 2017 just to basically make money with my current lead flow. That was July of 17 is when I really started doing it, like for real. I tested it in 2016, and I made some money here and there, but 2017 is when I really put the effort into it. So July of 17, I ran it. I created a sales video. I started selling it. After I sold my first person ever, that's when I created the course. I didn't want to create a course and spend all that time on it if I wasn't going to sell anything. So I sold it first, then I created the course. And then and I looked at it, I was like, wow, this is amazing. You know, somebody's actually buying this stuff. So that first month, I think I made like 30 grand just by selling the courses. Then what happened was, the next month I think I did 60, then I did 90,000 in September, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. I was like, wow, this thing's taking on a life of its own. This really works. So and this is all for free leads, right? I was generating these leads. I was selling them to business lenders, right? Brokers, etc. I was monetizing them through credit repair and all these other ways. And then, so all this money I was making in courses was pure profit. I was like, this is really cool. So now I started taking the business a little bit more seriously, going to November, December. I ended up reaching out to all the sharks, right? So I met Kevin Harrington, who was on the first couple of seasons of Shark Tank. Ended up doing a deal with him in 2018. And I ran my first Facebook ad for the courses in 2018, January. And it kind of became its own animal at that point in time, its own business. Fast forward, 2018 is good. I started doing more stuff with Kevin Harrington. 2019, I did my first event for the business loan industry, you know, and all the courses. And then 2020 comes along. Our event business dies out real quick. We were doing a lot of stuff with Kevin, doing like pitch events, having people come in, try to raise money for the business through Kevin Harrington, his network. And then what happened was COVID hits. Obviously, a lot of things changed at that point in time. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take this whole business of selling courses, and I'm going to get out of the course business and provide services. So what I did was I created services from the ground up in 2020, March of 2020, and that's basically what you see today and what we have, and what I changed the name to Loan Broker Network. So I created the name Loan Broker Network, and I started selling actual business services, and I've been focusing on that today for the last, since March of 2020, for the sole purpose, to be honest with you, to build the business and sell it, right? Right now it does well, no complaints with the company, but I am looking to bring on a larger company to come and acquire me so I can I have other things that I want to do, other businesses I want to start and do, and then, have a bigger come in, take over the operations and, do a deal with them. So that's my goal right now. We'll see. I have an offer on the table. I actually talked to another company literally last night here, and we'll see what happens. So a lot of good opportunities there. The idea, obviously, to do an acquisition. Now, I've already sold 4 companies, okay? I've already sold 4 companies in my career. So the whole point of doing this acquisition, though, is to make the business better, bigger and better, to have a much bigger team, provide better services. There's certain things that we'll love to do, like one-on-one help, and there's a lot of other stuff I want to do that I'm just not going to do because I don't have a big enough team. So I have a lot of ideas, a lot of different ways, obviously, for the business to make more money, provide bigger and better services, and obviously maybe even get into other things, like other types of services and other industries outside of the business loans. So a lot of opportunity there. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to I have a new business that I'm starting up in the software as a service industry, but it's still businesses, right? I'm generating business owner leads. Now I want you to understand something, the reason why I'm doing this, okay? A little bit of an education on why you start a business. A lot of people start a business for random things. Maybe you like to bake cakes. Maybe you just, have a lawnmower and you want to start mowing lawns. Maybe you're good at construction, so you start a construction business. Maybe you just want to own a dry cleaners, I don't know, whatever, right? I only start a business today. I would only start a business today if I could build it and sell it. That's it. Of course, it has to be scalable. It has to be automated. I don't want to start a business that needs a lot of money, right? Doesn't need a huge investment to get off the ground. I don't want a business that needs a lot of employees. So it has to, check all the check boxes. Now, what happens is when it comes to this stuff is I want to build a business to sell it. The reason why I got into the software as a service business, because that type of business actually sells at a high multiple. I'm told between 5 and 8 times its sales. So that means if I could just get the business to $1 million in revenue, I have a chance of selling for like $5 to $8 million. It's pretty good. Now, why? It's because it's software as a service, so which is a very desirable business for a lot of investor types. It's also a monthly recurring revenue business, so any business has that ongoing monthly recurring revenue. And it's also, this business specifically, it's a very profitable business. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. But think about this, all right? It's a business, they're business owners, right? I'm generating business owner leads, or I'm generating business leads at the end of the day that need a business service. So what I'm doing on the back end, it's gonna be a lead generation play. So I'm gonna be generating all these leads that are businesses. So that's on the front end. They're gonna use the software. It's marketing software, help them with their landing pages, SMS marketing, email marketing. It's an all-in-one marketing solution. And then what's gonna happen is on the back end, I'm gonna promote business loans, self-employed mortgages, maybe digital marketing services, right? A whole suite of different business services. So at the end of the day, it's literally just a lead generation play. I'm generating leads. Yes, I'm monetizing them with the services on the front end, the software on the front end. And then on the back end, it's just a lead gen play. So I'm gonna monetize the leads by promoting other business services. So that's the play. And I'm really, really excited. I know this is gonna work. And what I'm gonna do is at my next event in January, at our next mastermind in January in Vegas, I'm gonna give everybody a very unique opportunity to get involved in this business with us. So I highly recommend you attend that event virtually or in person, and you will learn a lot about this stuff and give you an amazing opportunity to get involved and make some money. So that's it. So that's been my short version of the last whatever 9 years, or realistically 11 years. You go back to 2011 when I first heard about Lead Gen. That's kind of the short version. So listen, at the end of the day, if anybody wants to make money, you want to be your own be your own boss, be an entrepreneur, do all this stuff, be able to do vacations whenever you want. I mean, this vacation is pretty much all on points because of the lead gen business. Because I spend so much money in marketing, all that money goes to my credit cards. I get a lot of points, and I mainly use my points for travel. So that's why I can go and do this stuff for a very, very cheap or 100% free price. Usually got to pay taxes and stuff, but even airlines, I got millions of points on airlines and millions of points on hotels. It's crazy. So it's really, really, it's all the perks of the business. So, but anyway, that's it. Figure I'd tell you my short story. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We're gonna go have a little lunch, hang out, and just enjoy the week. Time to get back to work when I get back home next week. And I am really, really excited about next year with all the new stuff we got going on. And of course, listen, at the end of the day, I provide as much value as I can through the services that we provide to help anybody start a business by using our services. And listen, if they're for you, great. If they're not, no big deal. But that's pretty much it. All right, you guys enjoy your day.